Rebounders pretty good at picking lobs, so Lakers, they know what they're up against with this Hawk team, especially with Trae Young being the trigger man.
Yeah, Capella went out with an injury in the first meeting. That's a lob underneath. No defense for the Lakers. Away. Kevin Huerter. AD, kick, Monk, fly by. He's open. He sets, he fires, and he drains it.
When he's, the
NBA this season. Inbound now to Clint, who was born in Switzerland. Trae Young. Lob, jam, you talk about it. That's what he's there for.
They run high screen and roll, and the guy goes to the front of the rim, and whoever's coming off the screen makes the play.
AD, that's great to see. Nothing but net from downtown.
5.
He dominated Atlanta the last time he played against them. Last February. Capella with another dunk.
He's able to get there. They're going to have plays just like that.
Russ, remember after being benched in Indiana, he's averaging over 22 a game. Good little dish over to 8. Take it by Malik. He's in the attacking zone. Again, they are just working to Anthony Davis in this way through the first quarter. Trae Young from Oklahoma, the 23-year-old. In traffic, Capella finally comes up with it. Collins looks to get to the cup. He does and scores.
Splitting off these dribblers.
Hawks are coming off of a win. And an impressive win over Boston on Friday, 108-92. They had a big boost from their bench in the first half. This is a very deep Hawks team. Monk straight away settles in for 3.
Yeah, there's Malik.
4 on 3. And they're going to close out on Monk. Pretty smart deal, but look at him creating his own opportunity to AD to score. Brilliant play by the Lakers. Over. Here comes Trae Young. Young all the way. He scores.
Turnovers lead to easy, better games against. And obviously, this Hawk team is really liked by Malik Monk.
Yeah, 29 points first time around. But they answer right. Atlanta, Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy. Went right from high school to the NBA. Played for the Hawks for a spell. Monk, lob to Dwight, through it. Got a couple of former Knicks. In fact, they were involved in a trade for each other. Gallinari and Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo's got it.
I tell you, Gallinari got away with a push along the baseline with
who's in the game. Talking about going back to Atlanta. Former Laker.
Yeah, the drifter.
And here he's going to go all the way, come out the other side. Gallinari showing his stuff from the outside.
Defensive team in the world, so you can get some open looks if you run your offense.
There's Lou scoring. Lou will rank 27th on defense, trending as a better defensive team. Actually, they're coming off one of their best defensive efforts of the year. They held the Celtics to 34%, and they're going to knock it around in the key. Picking up the garbage is Carmelo and making sure
it passed it. It was deflected, but he was right there to pick it up and score.
LeBron back in Los Angeles, getting treatment on the knee, and that is Bogdanovich scoring.
To the paint, makes shots just like that. He's got to work more on that perimeter game.
Austin doesn't let Lou drift to his left. Now he's going to go right, which means he wants to get to the bucket, and he forces it in a con.
THT.
Everybody at MetaQuest would agree that was an unbelievable play. THT loses it momentarily, wants to pull his way in. Instead, he settles for a little shot in the lane. Team fouls right now, Lakers with 4. Atlanta with 3. Kevin Huerter, former Mr. New York basketball when he was in high school. There's the New Yorker on the outside. Good play by AD, not going to get it through him. The outstretched arms. Huerter kind of in a box on the outside, so he'll give it up to Collins, who knocks it down. It's taken by DeAndre Hunter. Averages about 3.5 rebounds a game. He'll pull up right where Collins hit a moment ago, and they've got
it's so nice to see that there are still a number of players that have the proper footwork in the post.
That brings back good memories for you, Stu, working with Pete Newell at your big man's camp. Now 3 rebounds in the game to go along with 5 assists and 3 points. Underneath, it's Monk one more time.
On guys like Trae, you can't show him the same kind of defense every trip down.
Yeah, he's 3rd in turnovers in the NBA. Again, we talked about the high usage rate, and that's Russ. Count it, and 1 for Russ, finishing right at the rim.
Good job. That to this 1-point lead, 2.5 to go, first half.
Spin by Davis. Capella stood his ground to no avail.
He did.
As Werner put it up and in, kind of from his shoulder.
In striking distance.
Lacey Stanley, he might get in here. There's 36 seconds remaining in the half. Lakers, as Russ hits their 9th straight. They've made 5 threes. They're shooting 70.7%. Trae Young all the way to score. No defense for the Lakers that time. 68 game homestand where they've won 5 straight. They'll play Toronto and Phoenix coming up next. Lakers have Portland at Crypto.com. It'll be great to be home on Wednesday. Westbrook deep down. Nobody can miss. Here comes Trae. Long lead, wide open. Capella. Now AD. Rebound story right now. There's not a lot of them available, but the Lakers are a +5, but they come down and score in the lead sport. They're running back the other way. Young, can he finally make a 3? Finally, his first one. Timeout. Atlanta Hawks run.
So I said at the halftime, both coaches probably told their teams at intermission they're going to cool off as Trae Young has back-to-back.
Bringing in the attack zone with the dribble right in front of Frank Vogel and the Lakers. Atlanta, they're trying to get to the 500 mark. They're 2 below that mark, as are the Lakers. Very similar in record. Underneath, scored as Collins hits the deck. No whistle by Monk. 3-on-3. Malik, 2 big Euro steps to score.
He's got all.
A 3 would give them their biggest lead of the game. Gallo and Carmelo, they're battling again. Boy, straight up went a Kongwu. International players on this roster. Bogdanovich through the legs, trying to put a move, and a good one on Austin Reeves.
Yeah, he's not a bad offensive player, Bogdanovich, making him work throughout their matchup.
From Serbia, Bogdanovich. He missed some significant time.
That's the illegal defense by Gallinari.
Oh, just a step to the right for Malik. Just a little jump to the right.
That's his 6th.
Back in Los Angeles.
He's got a game-high 27 points.
Lob underneath, laid up and in by a Kongwu. Howard and company.
What a difference. Middle of Memento or Inception, Groundhog's Day maybe.
That game boots it through, and off they go to home when they meet the 49ers next Sunday.
Games he spends a lot of time blocking. Kyle Shanahan ideally wants to run it between 40 and a million times a game. Elijah Mitchell would garner a lot of carries in that scenario. He hasn't been very efficient lately, under 3.6 per attempt in each of his last 2 games.
As the 49ers toss it to Elijah Mitchell.
Sacked 4 times against Green Bay, 7 QB hits.
Extra men on the rush. Garoppolo is sacked again.
Pass protection and run efficiency, both being subpar, indicate issues with the O-line. Trent Williams, top left tackle in the game, finished that game with a bum ankle. If he's not 100, that spells trouble against the Rams' front. They just took a team missing its best. Can live with $120 from him. I don't know if they can live with almost 2 bills, which Kupp dropped against the Bucs. He's been so good that when he made that last game-winning catch, it was like, sure, it makes sense.
Stafford, deep downfield. He's got Kupp again.
The 49ers did just
back Jimmy Garoppolo, who seems only ever a handful of plays away from a costly error. Garoppolo averaged 9.8 yards per attempt against the Rams in the regular season he plays, all 3 of which came when he was put under pressure. Von Miller is coming off one of the best games he's had in years, racking up 10 pressures against the Bucs in the divisional round, and will test the 49ers' pass protection. Aaron Donald is
13-10 win here at Lambeau.
We'll talk about this game forever.
Get into his action here momentarily. Fires in and out and back in again.
Wow, that's a bit. This game's basically over.
Yeah, Bogdanovich's first of 2 free throws, and his first free throw. And Bogdanovich. And there's your timeout.